It's over. Just face it. We didn't make it. You bit off more than you can chew. Can you taste it? you. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with the VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, DMC, daCat, SHIRO, DDOO video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone on Pump Fun, say hello to Dashi. And everyone over here, say hello to Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. We have a bit to go over today. What did I title this thing? Will OMI be on Coinbase? Then you have Definity, you have DEVVE, DMC, daCat, and SHIRO. And part of the reason I asked, will OMI be on Coinbase, is because it's on the thumbnail there. I'll show you guys. Actually, I'm just going to read the whole freaking tweet. Where are we on X? And then we'll go, oh, can't do that. And then we have a daCat trailer that I'm going to have to play. Nope. Where are we? Akomi. Let's go to, it was actually posted yesterday. So yesterday, Coinbase had said, this is what the Coinbase logo looks like, in case you forgot. I don't think anyone forgot. They were just doing whatever. Anyway, Akomi goes in and they say, the perfect synergy does exist. And they go in and they kind of post OMI and Coinbase in perfect synergy. And it's a meme straight from the Akomi page. Now, I don't know if this is probably just them trying to get Coinbase's attention. Because you had Shah, and I go over this all the time, was in charge of, and they tagged me in this too. So like they straight up tagged me and 9 other people. Who's the 9 other people they tagged? Coinbase, Foster Hill, VeVe Viral, Jan Collects, O'Milly, Base, Shah. Shah is the guy who's in charge of listings on Coinbase, David Yu, and Dr. Profit. And oh, my back. My other back. Okay. I think this is them just trying to get their attention, because you have Foster that goes on base jesse.base.eth. He goes on Shah's in charge of listings, and his posts continuously get the most amount of traction. And I can't help but think that they probably have seen that and are probably buying behind the scenes. And also at the same time, if they're doing that, there's a chance that they want to go in and actually list the token, because there is demand for it. Today, I don't know why my tablet's doing this. Today it's up 5.5% at 0003333, and it's got $10 million in volume. I'm okay with that. I think the most is 55% of that's from Deepcoin. So you have $5.5 million from Deepcoin. 20% of that's from Gate.io. It's another 2 million or 2.1 million. 10% from BingX. So BingX is our newest exchange. Have $1 million in volume over there. Then 371 over on Mexi. Only 175 on OKX. And then 300,000 on Bitmart. That's cool. That's cool. Actually, Mexi has 2. 371 and then 55. The 371 is for USDT. The 55 is USDC. Storm ready, video trailer. Okay. I also had a upload today. It'll be good if they get a true listing on Coinbase. Still need to market the company. I mean, that's what they've been doing. For the most part, sweet Spider-Man PFP. For the most part, man, there's no. Oh, damn. DDOO is down to 10.9K. A couple snipers on there too. Anyway, I'm gonna have to. I will see what's going on with DDOO. Anyway, they already do. David reposts BingX and stuff. They've been marketing. I think they've been marketing the shit out of it the last couple of months. The second half of the year has been really good for them doing the marketing. I don't know why people over on the Pump Fun are. There's so many bots. I have to have a stream just for the folders, because there's no. Then they wouldn't be able to then they wouldn't be able to comment. Spam in the comments. Anyway, that's pretty much it for it. It seems that they teased it. They would never have done this a year ago. So the fact that they've been doing this is, I'm pretty happy about it. Are they going to focus on OMI at New York Comic Con? Probably not. Vegas, I would say so. But also, you know, where was that announcement that David was supposed to have back in like May? I can't prove this, but I happen to think that if you look at all of the stuff that they're announcing for OMI right now, and then take a look at the VeVe stuff that they haven't announced, like what big announcement was in May, you know, did it fall through? I don't think so. I think that they're just waiting for the right time, and the right time just isn't here yet. I mean, yeah, OMI's not doing bad on the day. It's up 5%, 5.5%, got 10 million in volume, and that's great. But Bitcoin's at 109, Ethereum's at 4,000. So I mean, it's not the right time. We're not even in phase 3 yet. We're kind of at that overlap, the end of phase 2. You know, it might be a couple months. I mean, it's been a shitty 6 weeks for crypto. So in my opinion, any new announcement down here would kind of be a waste. Again, like they announced Bing X literally on like the worst day you could announce it, and it's still doing pretty well for us. So I would rather them not have announcements and not hype it up too much now. I would rather them wait until the narrative has hit. Now, granted, if you wait for that, you might be waiting for several months. You might be waiting for half a year. You know, you might have to wait till Q2 of next year. You know, no idea. If we do have to wait that long, I'm going to get a billion OMI, because if the price is still down here in 6 months, DEVVE will have definitely run. Definity may or may not have. I don't know. daCat should go pretty crazy as well. Speaking of daCat, what's up, Broxel Payday? How's it going? Crypto G. Howdy. VeVe Vet says, yo, what up? What up, VeVe Vet? Bill Gardner says, what up, fam? What up, fam? Iron Man 616 reposting the stream. Thank you so much. Bill Gardner with those dabs. Several saying daCat in the house. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. And the music is definitely not copyrighted, so I could show this trailer. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Sorry. This is. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I have to put both of y'all right there, and hopefully that doesn't do anything. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so that was the, oh gosh, where am I? That was my daCat video edited by Russell Corey Studios, aka daCat Studios. Original art by DeKingsley was written by me. We are going to get that over on VeVe at some point. I don't know when. We are having a bit of a time editing it. It was very wordy. It is going to be 75 pages, give or take. So you are definitely getting your money's worth at $10 per. Let me know if you want one, if you're going to reserve one. Very proud of that. Anyway, let's continue on. You'll be able to buy it with OMI on Stacker on the secondary version. Let me put this over here. Where are we at? Oh yes, check out the comic book trailer. What's up, dog boy? How's it going, fam? Meow, meow, meow. Connor, how's it going? Oh, I hope you're doing well. My greetings. Wow, Randy, really impressed with that comic book. Seriously, looks amazing. Well done. Why, thank you. Why, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Bobby Green. You the man. You the man. Let's see what else is going on with crypto today. Let's do Shiro. Let's see what the Shiro Nico's doing. Down about 5% on the day at $2.95 million market cap. They did fall below that 3 million. That's rough. 319,000 in volume, also rough. I think they have enough time to make it until meme season, whenever that is. That could be, I don't know, what do you guys think? Meme season. Pump Fund's really drawn a lot of liquidity out of the markets here. People are going insane on that. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Let's see what they have on their X for Shiro, because I think they have to have a couple of things. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright, baby. I'ma have the best second night of my life. Ever it takes me. Okay, Shiro translation. Pearls before swine. Oh, I don't know if this is a. I don't know if that's a dig at Nike the Pig, because Shiro is in the Nike the Pig comic and the DigiJoints comic. So that's going to be a thing. Shiro was up a bit yesterday. We erased a lot of those gains. They had 1 million in the last 30 days. There was 1 million GIF and sticker views for Shiro. I don't even know where this is. On YouTube. MoonPay, the network finance. Shiro says Shiro is the meme for cat lovers. I would say daCat is up there with them. And that's it for their X. Let's take a look at Delorean, see what DMC is doing. Shout out to them for sponsoring the channel. They're up 1.7% on the day. Oh, 4.75 million in volume. It's a Sunday. It's Saturday. So it's not a lot. Happy birthday, Avril Lavigne, by the way. Oh, consider one reserved. Why, thank you, Brock till payday. Appreciate it. Hope you get a secret rare. Wonton wontons. I've been slowly building my bags on VeVe. Up a few comments for the $1 to $3 range. What are some $1 or around that range that you would recommend looking into? I bought a bunch of the, God, what are they? All new Marvel Point Now, the Ms. Marvel, and then I bought a bunch of the Vengeance, which is the first appearance of America Chavez. And I bought them for like $3 each. Now they're like $1 each. If we ever get comic burns, I think those will do pretty well. And they're $1. I know there's 30,000 of them. That sounds insane for how much, like, and it is insane. I don't expect them to go to $20, but I expect them to go to 4 or 5, which is like a 4 or 5x your money. Pretty safe, especially to cash out an OMI. I feel like an extra Comey secret rare. Okay, I feel like it's easier liquidity too, because you're only asking people for like $4 or $5 as opposed to buying a partner statue for 1,500 and then trying to sell it for 6K. Like 6K is still a lot. $4 or $5 nobody cares about. But do that 100 times or a couple hundred times, you can wind up making a lot of money. Anyway, Delorean. Yeah, we got to check what their X is doing. Those as well. You know, of course, I'm going to be getting a few. There's going to be, yeah, we will do better than the strange cats today that I think didn't even clear $2,000. VeVe had these cats that were from Emily the Strange. They were not doing well. Sold less than $2,000 worth of product. Not great. Not great. I don't know. I mean, I assume the license has a cult following. That's how they got the deal with VeVe. But daCat will outsell most. Like when daCat drops on a random Wednesday, because that's usually when new comics drop, it will outsell every single Marvel comic on VeVe on that day that drops with it. It'll sell out more than all the Bad Idea comics. It'll sell out more than any of the other stuff. It will go pretty hard. Anyway, let's look at Delorean's X account. Thinking of walking. Oh God. What is the DMC doing today? 155,000 followers. They're only following 2,000 people, and I'm one of them. They did pay me my last payment, so I have that. There's no point in selling because it's not really worth anything, and the market cap is at 12.5 million. When this goes to 100-something million, yeah, I'll sell a little bit of it. But as of right now, that's no. Elon Musk has 1.21 gigawatts of training at XAI, and they use Marty and Doc, from Back to the Future. Delorean just reposted that. That was it. Oh, Delorean says, when they say DeLorean, I don't just listen, I transform. Looking like a freaking badass Optimus Prime over there. Looking like an Autobot. Yeah, war situation, big war situation. All right, so there's, I don't even know how to go about that. I don't even think I can go about that. All right, that's DeLorean. What else we got? Let's do daCat. We were just talking about it. And let's see where we're at here. There's only a cat knows where it's at. All right, daCat, down about 1% on the day, $2.2 million market cap, pretty low, but $527,000 in liquidity, $262,000 each for daCat and Ethereum. So again, I really, really like it. Really, really like it. Shit. I may or may not. I might get a little bit because I get a little bit of money in the next, hopefully the next couple weeks. If I do, great. The guy that I'm supposed to be doing this deal with has not given me a. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just okay. Anyway, the guy I'm supposed to be having a deal done with, we might do it in a week. I'm hoping it's not a week. Hopefully it's sooner than that, but it might be 2 weeks. I don't know. If it is, I might get more daCat. Definitely get more OMI. Definitely get more DEVVE. Definity. If it was at 1.5 cents, I would, but now it's at 2 cents. We've gone up a little bit from there. Penguin's a 70% chance on a U.S. government shutdown by October 1st on Polymarket. What does that mean for crypto if this happens? And this is explain why everything is red now. October or September is just red in general. It was a lot of sell the news from not the tariffs, the rate cuts. Government shutting down is par for the course. I tend to like that a little bit better, but yeah, people will sensationalize it, and crypto will probably go down, which is fine, especially if I get that. Especially if I get some of those funds, I'll be able to go pretty hard on the stuff. I might just actually, when I do that deal, I might just keep it cash, because then if the government shuts down and that's bad for crypto, then I could just buy in a bit cheaper. I might do half though. Take half, buy some crypto, and then if it dips, then I'll buy more. That's just what I've been doing for 3 years, so we'll see. Anywho, where was I? Because that's probably going to be the last big payment that I get for a while. I was supposed to get something in November. It's probably not going to happen. On after daCat. Let's do DDOO. Let's do Dashy Do here real quick for you guys over on Pump Fun. Although honestly, I don't really see maybe y'all here. There is $100 in volume on the day, $10.8 thousand market cap, 7.8K in liquidity though, so I'll take that. I'll still be here grinding on the Pump Fun on DDOO. I'll keep you posted on where that goes. I would rather have other comic IP has allowed for airdrops. Have you something up your sleeve with an airdrop or some crafting bonus? We will have some type of random bonuses, and what are we gonna have? And bounties. So for the daCat comic, it's gonna be I think 2025 comics. So we're because if we go in the year 2025, which I hope we do, that's going to be, I mean, we have to get it done by like November, latest December. Because then we have to make it 2000, like 2025 is a nice, that's a nice thing there. If we do it for 2026, I don't know. It's just 2025 has a nicer ring to it. I feel like, I know it's technically an odd number, but it's just multiply it by 2 or 4. You get even numbers there. I just like 2025 better than 2026, so we'll have that. Close shard white paper. Yes, that I am about to go over that because DEVVE has some good stuff. I have to take a look at these photos. I have so much stuff I have to go through. Let me delete that. Delete that. I did not go live yesterday because there was a lot of stuff going on. Bitches. The ats look good, but we have to. President Trump says interest rates are still too high due to Fed Chair Jerome Powell's incompetence. Agreed. So there are going to be some OMI announcements that do coincide with VeVe announcements. Foster was on Jan Collects thing the other day. So we'll, when you have some VeVe announcements, you might see some OMI ones. We'll see. Cars, cans, now cats that VeVe has sold to us. There's everything. I mean, VeVe has like every license. So yeah, take your pick on what you like. Foster Hilt says that there have been 5 to 10% of the OMI utility that has dropped, and there is a lot more to come. So I can't wait for that. That is hysterical. Core PCE came in at 2.9% in line with expectations. No Yo-Yo says, hey Randy, can you talk about when OMI ran up the last bull run from when it seemed stale to when it ran up, just to get an idea of what that was? From someone who was there, it went from quad 0.04, so it was 0.00004 to 1.3 cents, which is like 1,000x. It did that very quickly. It did that in a matter of weeks. What they had done was they'd said, okay, you can take some of your OMI and you could buy collectibles, and it burned the OMI. So you had, and the only way to get it was really on Uniswap. So people had to buy OMI on Uniswap. So it was just a giant squeeze. But VeVe was not making any money on it. The guy that wanted to do it he just had a bunch of OMI. The guy name was Ben Kaidence. Asshole. He tried to ruin the company multiple times, tried to sue them. I hope that guy dies. I hope he gets cancer and dies. And I know that's not the Christian way or like the very big way to say like, oh, love your enemies, forgive your enemies. I don't care. Hope he dies. Anyway, if they would have done what he had said, which was to continuously have that OMI utility, if they're selling the collectibles for OMI and then the OMI gets burned, then VeVe's not making any money on that. They would have been bankrupt in a month if they would have done it. But that's why you had that. And then you had Logan Paul talk about it. You had BitBoy. You had, like, assuming they were paid by Ben Kaidence as well. I think it's proven that definitely Logan Paul was. And the other ones I assume were, I don't know. You just had this intense squeeze that drove it up that much in that short amount of time. So a couple months ago, OMI was doing 2 million in volume. BingX is doing half of that now. Listings has been huge. Also can't understand how OMI is going up while the market is crashing. It's just its time. Remember in that episode of Pokemon, where did my charts go? Okay, there we go. The episode of Pokemon where Jesse's Ekans and James's Coffin evolved, and you had Meow saying this happens to be their evolve time. Some Pokemon it's leveling up, some Pokemon it's stones, some Pokemon is trade, some Pokemon is love and friendship. Each crypto has reasons why they go up. Some Bitcoin drags them up sometimes, ETH drags them up sometimes, Solana, etc. Different chains, different reasons. For OMI, it was just undervalued for so long, and it still kind of is, in my opinion. None of this is financial advice. Is that it just, the price got punished in the bear market, and the price I don't think should have been 1.3 cents when it was, but it definitely should not have been 0.0017. That was very low. And yeah, I stacked there. I got a little bit there. I'm up to 275 right now. But you know, even now, I don't think it should be 0.0033. Like the company, the VeVe company right now is not the same as it was a year ago, 2 years ago, or heck, even 6-8 months ago. This is a completely different company. The margins get better. They're leaner. They can do things quicker. So the price of the token has been going down while everything in the business has been going up, with the exception of users. The users, they've had an issue with that, and we can go over that right now too. We had $22 billion. All right, never mind. I don't need that. David Yu was on the Vibes Man podcast the other day. Love that. He says, thank you so much for having me on. Sorry if I sound a bit under the weather. Still pushing through and keeping it going, my man. You had 53 people make their first purchase on VeVe in this past week. 53 new users. You also had, this was not a good week. So the 16th, 17th, and 18th, VeVe had 1,044, 1,034, and 1,204 users on those days, which is the first time they had 1,000+ users on any given day in weeks, like weeks. They dipped down below that on the 19th and the 20th. They got up to 1,300 on the 21st. And they got they had less than half, they had 650 on the 22nd, and they have not gone up to 1,000 since then. Well, since the 25th. I don't know what they did yesterday. I don't know what they did today as far as numbers, but that's how many active users they've had, which is not very good. That will change once KYC is no longer a thing in November. Then the numbers should go up like crazy. So definitely want to do that. Oh gosh, Safford's a cat. We're posting the stream, my man. Oh yo says thank you as always. Meow. Carlos Uriostegui. Safe to say we can put Pokemon on VeVe to bed at this point, right? Not coming. Nobody knows. I mean, if Pokemon is going to go on a third-party app, it's going to be VeVe. But they have, I think, they have a ton of talent. They like any worker that they want to get, they can just get, and they could try to build their own platform. The only issue is that every other platform that has tried to do what like VeVe's done, or try it even with just one brand, it has never worked before. You have Dapper Labs, which has NFL All Day and NBA Top Shots, and it has UFC Strike, which I don't think anyone collects, but that's like one of the only other platforms that's like continued. I mean, even like you started off with like Palm NFT, going to DC NFT, getting bought by Candy, which is acquired by Futureverse. Now Futureverse is going under. That's DC. DC is a huge freaking platform. Jim Lee and the Bat Cows. He hasn't done anything with the Bat Cows in years. Cryptoys hasn't had any movement or sales on it in like a year. Every like Recur, I called that immediately from when they weren't taking care of the IP. Damn, Dash, you do no. Nobody be following on Pump Fund. Am I streaming to no one here? Yeah, this is not a. How should I put this? This is not an easy industry. Remember when Qui-Gon's talking to Anakin Skywalker, saying, "Training to become a Jedi is not an easy challenge, and even if you succeed, it's a hard life." To actually open a digital collectibles platform is not easy. And even if you're successful opening, getting to the starting point, you have everyone that to compete. Like you can't compete with VeVe; it's impossible. And thankfully, David is in his own lane, not trying to destroy other companies. Because because he's too busy like fending off attacks. Like everyone wants to come for the king, right? But if he wanted to, oh my God, he could crush other companies. So really anyone just starting from scratch just really has no shot. Now, obviously, Pokemon is the #1 IP, like the most valuable IP in the world. So if anyone could do it on their own and be successful, it'd probably be Pokemon. But again, this is just they don't know NFTs, they don't know crypto, they don't know these cycles. It would be much easier for Pokemon, Nintendo, and Game Freak to just give the license to VeVe, and then this would have them do it for them. If they make a mistake, well, it's not Pokemon's fault; it's VeVe's fault. And if they're successful, hey, look what Pokemon did. You know, there's really no downside in Pokemon giving the license to VeVe. They have nothing to lose and they have everything to gain. So I feel like if they do go on, if they're going to get into NFTs. Everyone's going to get into NFTs. But how do they do it? I think their best course of action is to do it with someone that clearly knows and loves and cares about the IP and will take care of their product, which is David. Nobody else can do what he does. And if they need a consult, I literally Pokemon Master. Literally, I still have the record sale for Trophy Kangaskhan PSA 10. I could do a 24-hour stream on Pokemon right now. It'd be fine. John Davis says no Pokemon, just uses through food posts. Again, nothing was announced. I mean, they've been talking for years. Pokemon's sometimes hard to deal with, though. Kaki Gadgets, I think we will get Pokemon. The question is if they'll be first appearances or not. Well, nobody else is getting them, so I think they will be. Memes and NFTs will be the future of crypto. Memes probably not. NFTs, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, let's continue on. David Yu saying David Finch is one of the GOATs. Can't wait to get my hands on this copy. Talking about Vincent Zerzolo's new addiction comic. Ugh, my back. BlackRock registered the name iShares Bitcoin Premium ETF. Filing coming soon. There's a covered call Bitcoin strategy in order to give Bitcoin some yield. This will be a 33x spot product equal to the $87 billion IBIT. Did I go over everything? I did not go over everything yet. DEVVE. Let's take a look at what DEVVE's at. Oh, my back is not feeling good today. DEVVE is down. It's flat. It's 43 cents. $292,000 in volume. It's been flat for a while. On the month, it's literally up 1%. It's been very, very flat. Now, granted, it went up to 55 cents at one point, went down to 41 cents, or kind of at that low. There was, yeah, actually, this is like kind of like a triple bottom down here. We did like 6 months ago get down to like 34 cents, which was wild for DEVVE. I did buy some there. When was that? This was in June. See, CoinGecko only says 36. We definitely went down to 34. I remember buying some there. Thing that says DEVVE's doing great on X. There's DEVVE community account posting like crazy too. Yeah, I got to see where these are. Two dormant wallet just transferred 200,000 ETH worth 788 million after 8 years. When these wallets bought ETH each, they were only $50. That's insane. All right, we're getting to the DEVVE stuff. Kraken crypto exchange raises $500 million value, or $500 million at a $15 billion valuation. Bing X posting about OMI, which is great. Did anyone get raptured? Anyone know? Anyone know if anyone got raptured? Anyway, Austin from DEVVE says, honest question. If the announcement of completion comes a week into Q4 instead of the end of Q3, will it make any material difference? Probably not. So I assume you're talking about the DEVVE network and updated white paper is not out yet, correct? Those are about ready. White paper I know is written, going through final checks, and the DEVVE testnet should be ready to go live, which of course precedes the mainnet. Even with it online, there is still a lot of work to do. We have bridges, wallets, docs, videos, and all sorts of stuff still to create. But yes, it's all still very much on track. You have Tom Anderson. I don't know which one is 12. Oh gosh. Tom Anderson saying, I've seen a lot of discussion around the timing of the roadmap. Seen a lot of people describe it as deadlines and ask if we're going to make it. I saw a lot of people up in arms that the website wasn't going to come in time. And then when the website launched, the loudest of the complainers didn't say, oh, my mistake. It was in the stated timeline and it was great. Rather, it was just silence from those folks who will then make a bunch of noise about something unimportant later again. This is just dealing with haters 101. Everyone is going to criticize everything you do, and they will never compliment you and they will never give you your due credit. That's just haters. Tom continues on to say, the whole interaction along these lines is a bunch of nonsense. To be sure, the roadmap does not represent a deadline. It does not include any deadlines. No one should think of it as a deadline. It's a rough estimate of timing on milestones that give you a feel for what we're doing and how we're moving forward. What you should take from the roadmap in Q3 is that we're putting out a public interface to the DEVVX blockchain. That is significant. We have a rough estimate on when, in good faith, for what we expected. That is the heart of what is needed for someone evaluating the project. This philosophy and understanding of the roadmap is true for all future milestones and iterations as well. All that said, the public shard itself is ready to go. The release is nearly done, finalizing documentation and presentation, and looks like we'll be out before the end of the month. That's what looks most likely right now, but days or even weeks difference. And then days or even weeks difference doesn't change the main thing. Everyone should keep their eye on the ball and keep the main thing, i.e. that public shard release is imminent and is an important milestone for us all. Wild. What's up, Omar? How's it going, fam? Where's the, I said, could have sworn I saw someone else talk about DEVVE, not just you. Oh yeah, public shard white paper for DEVVE very, very soon. A whale has bought 2,261 Bitcoin worth 247 million this week. Insane. Digital asset treasury companies have raised over 20 billion so far in 2025. The SEC and FINRA reached out to more than 200 companies because of concerns of insider trading ahead of crypto treasury deals. Kraken quietly closes 500 million round as part of its final gear up for an IPO. Vanguard eyes crypto ETF access for brokerage clients. And SoftBank ARK in talks to invest in major Tether funding round. That's hysterical. Not that, but something else. Oh God, that's also hysterical. There is, VeVe talked about Bladesmith saying you can sell the devil if he is well cooked. I thought that was interesting. Bladesmith lore issue number 3. Might read that. Lauren Graham will receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on October 3rd, courtesy of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Lauren Graham is one of my favorite actresses ever. She plays Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls, and I love her. Will always love her. Anyway. I will fall in love. Okay, there we go. Devio's patent, US 202303, 08291A1 is approved, a breakthrough in cryptographic authentication, a major step for the dev ecosystem. All right, we got to go to dev community, and we have to read this. This is important for DEVVE. All right, let's go. Oh God, dev community. And this is for, oh wow, they are posting a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna get. Oh my gosh. Okay, they have a bunch. I'm trying to find where they posted the article, but it's days ago, and I'm scrolling for a bit, and I'm only down one day. Well, I guess their first post, behind the dev ecosystem is DEVVX, a shard-based layer 1 blockchain for global scale. Each shard is an independent blockchain, add shards and add throughput, linear scaling, coordinated under proof of validation for consensus, and designed for millions of transactions per second across the network. This architecture isn't just theoretical. It's how DEVVX can meet the same transaction demands as the world's biggest markets and exchanges. Talk dirty to me. DEVVX doesn't, institutions don't care about hype. They care about infrastructure that works. DEVVX delivers infinite scalability via sharding, sub-second deterministic finality for contingent transaction sets, validator level enforcement, there's no contract exploits, and RESTful APIs for seamless integration. Not just another blockchain, DEVVX is the blockchain foundation serious markets have been waiting for. Agreed with all of this. Why can't I find this freaking thing? This is insane. APIs matter. Okay, here we go. Full story. I will accept these. Major patent approval positions DEVVE at the forefront of security. On 15 September 2025, a major step forward was achieved for the dev ecosystem. A patent filed on 26 May 2023 by DEVVE Inc. with Tom Anderson and Nick Williams as inventors has officially been approved. This patent introduces a powerful method for cryptographic authentication designed to improve how secure communication and identity verification are handled across digital platforms. With its approval, the dev team now holds a significant technological advantage in an area that is becoming increasingly critical for the global digital economy. Implications are huge. Strong authentication methods are vital for exchanges, wallets, and blockchain-based services. Within the dev ecosystem, this breakthrough can provide a foundation for faster, safer, more scalable solutions, whether in asset settlement, user security, or cross-platform integration. This approval marks not just progress for DEVVE, but a milestone that could shape how authentication is applied across blockchain and finance in the years ahead. It places the DEVVE team at the forefront of innovation, giving them a serious lead over competitors. Now, what does this patent actually mean? In simple terms, the patent is about proving who you are in a secure way without having to constantly hand over your private keys or sensitive data. Think of it like a super advanced digital ID card that works across different platforms. Lets you log in or verify your identity securely. It makes fraud and hacks harder because you don't expose private information. And it can be used in wallets, exchanges, or any service that needs to confirm who you are. The dev ecosystem, this means faster, safer transactions, and a strong foundation for building trust at scale. Dev community, what do you think? Could this be the foundation of a next generational trust layer for finance and technology? I think it can be. I think it is. Anyway, I have to go over Definity, and then we'll get to the rest of the news. Where is my Definity? Oh my gosh, it's not letting me search. There we go. Definity is up 1.3% to 2 cents. There is $600 in volume. Damn, that is wild. The cat has more volume. Well, the cat just had that epic. The cat just had that epic trailer that I just posted. So gotta love that. Guys, I think I got to give up on Pump Fund. Pump Fund just getting no viewers over there. Anyway, let's see what we have on Definity's X account, because there might be something. Let's go to DEFX. All right, we're going to go to the Definity token first. And they have gain clarity on institutional digital asset journey. Chris Park, our CFO, walks through the complete process from onboarding to execution in this YouTube video. That's not something I really want to watch. We've got a couple of days. Next week, on October 1st, Bloomsbury Money is launching a powerful platform supported by MasterCard designed to help you scale your fintech business globally. Oh, love it. You're the best around. Okay, we're going to get back to the news here. Kraken in talks with strategic investor at $20 billion valuation. Okay, I feel like I had done this already. $1 billion hairs of USDT was just minted at midnight on the 27th. That was today. Fully healed. This is great. BlackRock and Fidelity has sold $274 million worth of Ethereum. That was this morning at 3:30 a.m. That was very early. And then I'm going to say that's been it. We do have some things that let's go over the Ecomi stuff. I know we had done that already, but I want to go over and do it again because we only really looked at that one Ecomi post. We have to look at others. Talk about Thing X. There's an ad. The week 3 leaderboard rewards, better late than never, with over 2.5 million points earned from the top 10 users. The adoption and engagement for leaderboard rewards continues to impress. With 433,565 points, please congratulate Zero Legacy as our week 3 champion. I don't know who the other wallet addresses are, but that's what it looked like. Let's see if there's any replies from people. Well, not really from Ecomi. It's usually Foster Hilt that goes in and replies. So let's go to his X and see what he's up to. No, I don't know what Foster football is, but I hate it. Okay, Foster Hilt. Let's see what you're up to. Crazy Dan 420 saying yo yo yo. Yo no yo yo. Hey hey hey. Foster Hilt says one of the many reasons why OMI on Base matters. Yesterday I received OMI on my Base as a gift in my banker wallet. Using 5 words, I sent them to my Stacker World wallet and can now buy VeVe official collectibles while earning daily and seasonal and leaderboard reward points. It's that easy. God, I love Foster Hilt. Foster Hilt was on the Collectors Hub before saying, always fun to chat about all things OMI. I was not able to do that. But Foster Hilt was there because he's the man. He's the king. BankerBot. He's really talking to Banker a lot. I don't know if he's talking to the Banker community a lot, trying to get OMI on a reward tier system with them, which would be absolutely amazing. I would love it. We'll see what we got. All right, Pump Fun, I'm going to say goodbye to you because we're going to go to the news now. I will catch you later. Bye, Pump Fun. Okay, live stream ended on Pump Fun. I can get my phone back. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. This is insane. I'm never going to be able to get out of this text message hole. It's hell. It's hysterical. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? We can go on X. Oh, shit, it's not the. And we're going to take a look at what crypto Twitter is talking about today. And we'll see if we can ape into anything. Forest, finance, octopus getting inside a small hole. Josh Mandel says, I lost my virginity when I was 12 years old, so your mom could be Marlo Thomas or Dana Plato, and I might be your dad. That is hysterical. Josh Mandel is my hero. This is the Josh Mandel that's like the time traveler Josh Mandel, not the Ohio State treasurer, former guy. WP, Solana Wolfpack, love him. Mario Nawful says, gold is catching up to U.S. treasuries and central bank reserve. New data shows central banks are holding almost as much gold as U.S. treasuries for the first time in decades. Gold share of global reserves has jumped since 2020, while treasuries have been on a steady decline. Both are now sitting at 20%, a big change from the early 2000s when treasuries are far ahead. This shift suggests countries may be losing trust in U.S. debt and looking to diversify their reserves. Should be buying Bitcoin, but that's fine. Technically possible. It's fine. Bitcoin chat. It's cool. Nike the Pig says, don't drop this fatty right before massive pig run. Nike the Pig is hysterical, and I love him. And I've been super thankful to be able to write the comic and continue that story. It's a really good freaking story. And DigiJoint says basically Nike the Pig version 2. The prequel is Space Penguins, so get them all on VeVe next year. Girl, tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this morning? VeVe Magic says, finally watched the new Superman last night. So many thoughts. First thought, am I wrong that I'm not sorry I didn't see it in theaters? I've liked some dislikes and was really opposed to the new Superman, but I actually like him. But yeah, a lot to unpack. Yes, she didn't like it. She actually texted me last night about it. Oh. So there's this guy. What the heck is his name? There's a streamer on Pump Fun catching predators. That is really interesting. Oh, I can't even read this message. Who is this dude's name? I don't have it, but it's Kid Crypto he just posted about it, and that's really cool. Good for him. I might check it out later. Tommy B talking about Solana. Shiro Nico says, if you know, you know. Coming soon. Shiro's gonna do something. I don't know what Shiro's doing, but he's gonna do something. I can't even go over that. It's too sensitive. VeVe Digital Collectibles posting about Star Wars, the AT-AT. That is coming. When is that coming? October 11th. Oh, that's the Sunday of Comic-Con, right? Am I tripping? The Saturday of Comic-Con. I don't know why I thought it was a Sunday. I have so many things. That day I'm going to be traveling. I'm probably not going to get it. I think I'm going to have time because I don't. For $50, it's a lot. Intoxicated. Guy named Kio's intoxicated. That's hysterical. He's from Heinecoin. Who is this? I feel like I follow people that I don't even know who they are. Turtle Golf says, wow, this looks fire. Thank you, Turtle Golf. Talking about the daCat trailer. Love it. Miss Gecko says, you can send crypto right on the timeline with BankerBot. This video is not sponsored. People are just talking about it. Oof. Pablo CRO says the bottom is in and to buy the dip. Not financial advice from me. I'm just reporting what he's saying. Oh, yeah. Another 7 minutes here before we get to the hour. Toilet dust. So soon it won't be all of Sui. It'll be all of crypto wanting to take a seat on the toilet. Toilet dust is hysterical. They're fun guys. There's some fun gals too. Cat is great. Donald Trump shared a meme of himself telling Jerome Powell he's fired. I love that. Do guys really trim their eyelashes? I guess eyelashes make them look more feminine, so the less eyelashes they have, the less feminine they are. I've never trimmed my eyelashes. Probably need to. A little thick over there. Are you excited for the AT-AT? It looks phenomenal. The diorama, it looks amazing. $50 is a lot though, so I don't know. But it looks incredible, and I can't wait to see it in action in the VeVe-verse, all that jazz. Zelensky on the arrest of warrant for former Syrian President al-Assad. Russia is the capital of impunity. We welcome Syria's arrest warrant for its former president, Bashar al-Assad, and support all efforts aimed at bringing him to justice. Since December last year, he has been hiding in Moscow along with Ukrainian other high-level criminals. It is telling that the world's most notorious murderers and criminals hide from justice in the capital of impunity. Russia covers up its own and others' crimes. The only way to end impunity is through pressure, collective action, and accountability for all crimes. Damn. I was supposed to be on. I gotta tell you guys about this. Give me a sec. Go to Telegram. I don't know. I think it's called When Labs. We had talked. This is going to be impossible to find. Yeah, I don't know where they are. Anyway, they were called When Labs, and I was supposed to be on last week. They said, well, I didn't get back to them right away, so like, we'll do it next week. Cool. Asked what they needed from me the day before. Like, we have you in a couple weeks. I may or may not be on there. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. Aster. People be talking about Aster a lot too. I never really looked into it though. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele says he skipped the United Nations General Assembly because it was pointless this year. Wild. Wild for him to say that. Oh. Who's Noah Formica? Wow. Noah Formica just registered 2 Gen Z women Republican. Penn State women love Charlie Kirk. Penn State versus Oregon Ducks tailgate. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty dope. Bitcoin Magazine's history. Hal Finney on Bitcoin price in 2011. Says every day that goes by and Bitcoin hasn't collapsed due to legal or technical problems, that brings new information to the market. It increases the chance of Bitcoin's eventual success and justifies a higher price. That is incredible. People were talking about that in 2011. Wow, people really showing up for, I can't even, good for them though. Good for them. Bleeds Crypto says, want to let you all know and congratulate myself. He's down 100 pounds in the last year. Good for him. That is awesome. We love Bleeds. We love Bleeds Crypto. And he's had Definity as a sponsor for his channel, which is really cool. All right, so enough of the people that I'm following. Is there any, what do they have over here? They have any, I was going to see if they're on a space, but there was no spaces. Shit. All right, everyone posting the daCat. Everyone posting that daCat Chronicle stuff, which is great. Love that. Written by Randy Chavez, art by DeKingsley. Bro, that Momo the cat has 500,000 followers over on TikTok. I think that's more than their market cap. Let's see what their market cap is for Momo. Come on. Oh my gosh, this is actually not. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's up 17% on the day at $510,000 market cap. So it literally has pretty much just as many people following them on TikTok, and their TikToks get millions of views. If they can figure out how to take the numbers on TikTok and have it buy their token, they will do a 10x overnight. Crazy. I know, right? I know. Absolutely bananas. Turtle Golf says, sounds like BankerBot is now the gift that keeps giving premium licensed NFTs from top brands like Disney and Marvel year round. Very good, Turtle Golf. I agree. What else we got here? We actually got a minute and a half before we bounce. Nancy May says, brought the firebrand on Real Times tonight, defending President Trump and conservative values. August 23rd was the last time we saw OMI chilling around the 0001s. Fast forward, and we basically 2x'd and are holding strong in the 0003s. Confidence is building, says Digital Monkey. Oh, Dr. Caleb talking about Nike the Pig, saying, looks epic, mate. Nike the Pig will soon be joining the universe. Can't wait. Love Nike the Pig. That was a really fun story to write. That was really good. Digital Monkey says, if you're still sleeping on OMI and VeVe right now, don't say nobody warned you. Comes Crypto says, finally, we've been waiting for years for this. Disney Plus's The Simpsons Fast channel will stream all 36 Treehouse Horror episodes in order 24/7 throughout the month of October. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. That new South Park episode was good, but not what I was expecting. Bro, people are crazy. Cats. Mr. Falcon loves the goth cats from VeVe Digital Collectibles that we had. and that sold less than $2,000 today. Steve says, can anyone point me exactly where America started going downhill? I don't know who Steve is. I don't know. Oh, it's my For You page. So that's why I don't know him. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Jesus. Dude, my For You page is wild. I don't know why. Anyone else's For You page like this on X? Oh, Jesus. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Tomorrow, I'll be holding you tight, 'cause there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Bye-bye, Dashi. Here in my room, dreaming about you and me. Love you guys.